People and families from across the province were at Queen's Park on May 10th to draw attention to a lack of funding and supports from developmental services. In particular, they want to see the elimination of wait lists for passport funding and residential services. Currently, people waiting for passport is at 11,000, and 15,000 people are waiting for residential supports. The Queen's Park rally was inspired by a group of families from the Windsor area after attending a February meeting hosted by Lisa Gretzky, Windsor West MPP and NDP critic for Community and Social Services.
And it's the responsibility of the government to assist the families and the caregivers to make these or help these children thrive, not only as children but as they enter adulthood. They should never, ever, whether it's a child or an adult, be left to languish on a wait list for funding or supports.
No parent should have to fight for treatment, fight for education supports, fight for passport funding, and then fight for a home in which your loved one is going to live in. And that home needs to be in the community that they know and understand.
If we don't get funding for Alexander, we've had no funding since he was 18. He's now 21. He's going to be done school. My husband and I are going to have to retire to take care of Alexander full time. And although we love him, he's a beautiful boy and lovable, it's not our job to be doing that 24/7.
These families have literally nowhere to go. There's a 22-year waiting list for residential services. Some families report having their child on an emergency placement list for residential services for 13 years. Let me repeat that, 13 years on an emergency placement list. It is only when families reach a tipping point that can no longer be managed that accessing ongoing, sustained services becomes a possibility. The current system is designed for crisis management, not crisis prevention.
We qualified for Developmental Services Ontario for the housing and supports that go with that, which is going to need in this future so you can be independent. However, the wait lists are 10 years or more.
Over 10 years.
That's
over
correct.
10 years.
And that's a great concern of ours. I'm already 68 years old. You know, at 78, I'm not going to be in the mood. You know, it's like, and he deserves an opportunity to practice his independence. You know, we're not asking for a mansion, just an opportunity, you know, in a timely manner, along with a lot of other individuals in our area.
As well, yeah.
The most disturbing and difficult thing that I've ever had to do was to leave my son, Keith, who's 21, at the hospital because it was not safe for him to be at home any longer. He is very aggressive, he's nonverbal, he's highly intelligent with autism, and Sharon held this up earlier. This is the government's answer to supporting people with disabilities, restraining them, 3 locked doors in a psychiatric ward within our hospital walls. People are living this every day and it's not okay. And I'm not ever going away. So you remember that, everybody here and whoever's listening. Kathleen Wynne and your government, whoever is in that building, I don't care what party you're with, I'm not going anywhere and neither are you people today.
For Community Living Ontario, I'm Ron LaRoche.